Right, so we're live now, so obviously people will see that. And like I said, Taz, when he's ready, you can join us. Yeah, so big up to everyone who joins and welcome. Um, yeah, so we've just watched a ridiculous result of Man United at home versus Twente. It ended up 1-1, and I can't lie, that was one of the worst. That's one of the worst games I've seen in a long time, man. In a long time. What about you?
Yeah, man, it's just poor performance, man. I saw like even when Man United scored, um, I'm guessing some of the fan base was getting gassed,
Mm,
but I'm gonna be honest, man. That it was a good goal.
mm,
Not gonna say it was a shit goal. It was a good goal by
mm.
Ericsson, but that chance was created out of nothing. So
Yeah,
yeah, it wasn't like yeah they planned it well. It was you know what I mean one of those, but it was just really good shot. Scored it. Like I say, it's one of those. If it goes in, it goes in. That's it. But I watched all the game carefully, analyzed it.
yeah.
We didn't really create much.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. We never created much, and on top of that, I think the final moment of the game where Maguire deflected header by Maguire that was nearly in, good save
Mm,
by the keeper. But that's really about it, man. It wasn't really major stuff, and their goal was really well taken. So,
mm,
and I'm not gonna lie, we could have lost in the final minute if the guy had looked up early and then gave the ball away.
yeah.
So, but for them, honestly, man, I'm actually happy for the team 20 because for them is a win. This draw at Old Trafford is a win.
Mm,
I don't care what anyone says, man. They played, they defended well. They
yeah,
played actually quite decent, man, for a shit team basically.
yeah. For the
And
level they are, yeah,
yeah, because listen, the level United are at, basically, we should be hammering these teams. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the first 30 to 40 minutes, right?
yeah,
I'm like, man, we're not even properly dominating the game.
yeah.
We should be at least two, three goals up,
Mm,
right? I promise you, if we had a manager even like Mourinho, right? Um, probably even Ollie, right?
mm.
I think we would have been a couple of goals up. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Just nothing's clicking for Ten Hag, man, and that's it.
There was a moment right towards the end of the game, right, where they were showing Ten Hag on the sideline, yeah. And he was like emotionless. He didn't even move. And I thought to myself, I've seen managers like this before, where they don't show any emotion, they're not panicking, they're not getting angry. And usually, when they're like that, it's because they're going to get sacked pretty soon. And then I saw Ruud van Nistelrooy behind him, very much more animated than Ten Hag was. And I'm thinking, Ten Hag looks like someone who knows he's going to get sacked soon, and Ruud van Nistelrooy looks like someone who knows that he's going to be on to take over. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No, I saw it, but that could mean anything, man. So you know, I think personally that with Ten Hag, he's got the backing at the moment by the board, and I think if we get like if we had lost this game, it would have been a lot worse
Yeah,
under Ten Hag. But because we drew, but I think even a draw is a loss because it's at Old Trafford. I don't care
yes,
what anyone says. This game is at Old Trafford. We should be winning this game,
yeah,
right? I don't
yeah,
care what anyone says, like this, that. Yeah, no, we should be winning these games. It's especially at home against a team that is nowhere near us.
mm,
Personally, yeah. Um, and yeah, but if I don't know, man, he's only going to get the sack if we are doing shit in the league, in my opinion.
mm,
Because at the moment we're 5 games in, right? I think the next five, I say, if he's still in halfway through, but another 13 games will proper judge him by then. But you know what it is? I wouldn't mind even seeing him, but to end of the season. Reason why it just exposes him more, and I want that to happen because I don't. the Eric Ten Hag inners to say afterwards, oh, he wasn't given till end of the season, right? But I want him to be given end of the season just so he gets exposed more.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm more like I can't accept results like this. So
Mm.
put it this way: if we go to the Spurs game and I see another performance like this where we're just really average,
Mm.
it would be very hard for me not to just say, right, enough is enough now. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Yeah. No, I think against Spurs, I don't know. I just think we might beat Spurs, right? Because Spurs, the Spurs are Spurs.
Mm.
Yes, Taz.
Yo,
It's all good, man. So what's up? Oh,
go on.
Yeah.
The floor is yours, bro.
oh
Come
my
on.
god, you know what? What's the excuse today, man? What is the actual excuse today? Like, I want to hear what he says in his press conference. I want to know if it's we've won the Carabao Cup, we've won the FA Cup, but don't worry, lads, we beat Barnsley 7-0, so the season's not ruined at all whatsoever. We're going to win all of it. Like, come on now. What's the excuse from Ten Hag is that we've heard from since last year? Oh, we've had injury problems. He hasn't got his team yet. How come I saw on the bench you've got players like Mount, Højlund, De Ligt, players that are capable of beating a team that sounds like a game EA would make when they lose their FIFA licensing. Like,
Yeah.
I've had enough, bro. I don't get. Yeah, this is what I can't comprehend in my head. Bruno Fernandes can play 90 minutes every single game, yeah. But players like Ericsson, he probably is a better player on the ball than Fernandes, has to go off because he made a silly mistake. Cool. He made a mistake, but Maguire shouldn't have slid in the first place. Like, Bruno's the type of guy, yeah, that could give a sweet chin music to Ten Hag, yeah, but he'll still get 90 minutes. He could possibly do what Jadon Sancho did, not apologize, but he'll be able to play 90 minutes a game again. Like, it's crazy to me, man. And then it's been 3 years now. What can you tell me a system of play? Like, give me a detailed explanation on what Ten Hag's style of play is without having to look through Twitter threads of football tacticos and all that. If you can't give me one, then that's literally my point. This manager is not the guy that will progress. We've got a board. What was the excuse when we used to sack managers? Oh, we've got the Glazers. It's going to be a rebuild every single time. Cool. We've got Ineos board now, a footballing board, a team of players that look like they know how to play the ball. We've got players like Mazraoui, De Ligt, and all that. Why can't I say that a better manager might come in and make a difference? Like, let's just say, for example, a Nagelsmann is available. Why don't we just Why don't we just put Ruud van Nistelrooy as an interim? Just do a process of where we wait for another manager to come through, and there we get it. Like, why is it so hard for people to understand about what happens if we sack Ten Hag? People are thinking if we sack Ten Hag, we're gonna forfeit as a club, delete club. We're not gonna get Southgate. I don't think Ineos are that. That's just PR suicide. Let's just say it. Like, I don't want to get banned or nothing, but that is PR suicide. At the same time, I've just realized, right? It's like, how can I was literally had it in my head. With Ten Hag, it's like I just can't explain it. I just can't explain it. People say trust him, give him time. The same fans from last year that were giving people like me, you guys, grief because we wanted the manager out because we were branded negative and all that. We don't want to be right, but clearly it's looking like what's happening. And at the same time, people are like, we can't criticize players because it's negative, isn't it? These are the same people, same 11 men that get paid 100 grand a week, 200 grand a week. What do you expect from players? You get 200, 300 grand a week to score your goals, right? Score goals, assist, do whatsoever, innit? It's like, for example, you can't criticize them, but are the same people, say, for example, they ordered from a burger place and the delivery man comes and the burger's not cooked. You can get salmonella from eating it. What are you going to do? Not complain and say it's a process, trust the process. No, you're going to complain to the person, why is my burger undercooked? Like, it's simple. People think football's like a different thing. It's literally like any other job. If you're underperforming, you're going to get criticized. If you're doing well, you're going to get praised. It's common, simple facts. And these stats, I don't care about expected misses, expected threats. The only stats I care about is how many goals we scored, did we win the game, and how many trophies. Those are the 3 stats I care. But I'll let you lot talk, man. That's all I wanted to get out of my chest.
I was just saying to Rude before you joined, right? I was just saying I saw Ten Hag towards the end of the game, and he looked like he'd given up, man. He wasn't getting angry. He was just so still, motionless. And like I said to Rude, I've seen that face so many times in my life on this planet, right? And it's when someone knows that the end is around the corner, and they almost give up. They almost have given up by now, you know.
Yeah, no, but you got to understand now the next 3 games. Look, we've got Tottenham next at Old Trafford. That's going to be a tough game. And after that, we've got Porto away next Thursday. Then Sunday, we've got Aston Villa away. So those 3 games are going to be tough games. Literally.
Yeah.
Knowing him, man. Knowing him, it's going to be a miracle, bro. It's going to be a miracle. We'll win all 3 games. All these fans will become giddy and be like, oh my God, all you Ten Hag hours are wrong. And then after game number 4, we're back to losing and drawing. And then we'll do that same cycle and repeat, in my opinion. But these 3 games could actually sack him. Like, we're not deep in it. Like, I don't want to lose all 3 games, right? But we got to look at reality. And if he loses potentially 2 out of the 3 games, we could actually see an Ollie situation where we get panned by Watford. Like, it's not realistic to say, but sorry, it's not. What's the word? Not realistic, but it's not It's possible. Sorry, yeah, it's possible. Whatever, but I don't know how many excuses. Right, if I'm a Ten Hag now, I'm finding it hard to defend him every game, bro, because I can't lie to you. Like, people think we're gonna get Southgate, which is the number 1 argument, but.
I want to know what you guys thought about the lineup, right? Because yet again, I'm frustrated by the lineup, right? To me, Højlund should be playing in this game, right? Because you need to know whether or not he's going to carry on scoring goals like he did last year. He's coming back from injury. We need him to play games, right? I would even have played Anthony, right? I would have even played Anthony, and I would have played Mount. I think what we need players who need to prove something, right? Because I don't see any urgency in the players who played today, really.
There's one player, you know what? I'll tell you about. There's 2 players I actually thought they were balling out. It was I'll say one player that impressed me massively that I'm not going to cook at all is Mazraoui. I'm sorry, but Mazraoui today was brilliant. I don't care what people say. He was literally I've never seen a right back that was that technically good, because I've been watching Wan-Bissaka ball for like 5 years. Mazraoui, this guy is amazing. It was amazing today. I'm not going to lie to you. He saved us way too much. You can see the guy can keep a ball. It was good, but we started way too strong in the lineup. Like, why are we? You know, you've got Tottenham on Sunday. Why are you going to play all these players? And then just risk him getting injured. But you're the same man that complains about scheduling list. The same man that complains about scheduling list will play the same team after a game against Crystal Palace on a Saturday, whatever, knowing you've got a game on Sunday. Like, let me look at the lineup again, because I want to see how many players he could have benched. So he could have benched Zertsky and given him a rest, because you could tell how tired he was.
Yeah.
You could have starting Rashford, cool. Ahmad, I don't mind that. Ugarte, cool. Eriksen, I kind of understand why you started him. Bruno was a massive no-no. I wanted to see him gone for 90. I didn't even want him playing.
Yeah. Same here.
Onana, okay, is a goalkeeper. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Diogo Dalot and Mazraoui, I'm not going to complain, because who else are you going to really put on in left back and right back? So Martinez, if Lindelof was fit enough, you could have put him on for Martinez. Mason Mount could have been on for Bruno. Eriksen could have stayed. Casemiro maybe could have gone in for Eriksen near the end. Rashford maybe could have stayed on, and Højlund could have started and put Zertsky on in the 70th minute. Like, why is it that hard? Like, why is it so hard? And this is a Dutch team, by the way. This manager should know. Like, he literally played for FC Twente. He managed it, I swear. Like, he should know what it's like to play against these man. There's no excuses. Like, I want to know what he says in his press conference, because he better not say, "Oh, don't worry about it, lads. It's a process. I've won the FA Cup. I know what I'm doing." Like, no, bro.
There was a point towards the end of the game where they were focused on Ruud van Nistelrooy, on the sideline, and someone behind him sort of spoke to him, and it was Casemiro. And what I'm thinking is, why have we got Casemiro, who's a seasoned, experienced winner, but not even playing any minutes when we need experience on that field to get us through the game? The fact that he has not played any minutes in the last 2 games is a disgrace, man. And I don't know what Ten Hag's excuse is for that, to be honest.
I mean, if
No.
you wanted to defend it. Sorry, you talk, bro.
No, I just think that regarding Casemiro, he's probably thinking, all right, cool, rest him 1 or 2 games, then we see where he gets up to in the next game against hopefully Tottenham. So yeah, man, because Casemiro, he's had that basically lot of stick at the moment for the past few games for United, but you got to understand, no matter who plays in his position, right, they're gonna get exposed because remember he's a single pivot, right? And if you're a single pivot, no matter if you are Usain Bolt pace and you got literally your quality, right, with the ball, everything, you're still gonna get done by 3-4 like bunch of players are playing up front, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, Kobe as well. And remember, he's young as well. He'll get exposed in that situation as well. So, yeah, I just think maybe rested him. But firstly, I always say this: the home games we should win. Try even your strongest squad, win the game, right? Especially your home games, right? Because if you now win, let's just say you qualified after 6 games, then put all the youngsters on. I don't really care.
Exactly.
It's like the same thing as like Europa Champions League. Like the old format, you would have to win how many games? Get to 10 points, right? And the last 2 games, So the last 2 games, do what you want. Play the youngsters.
We used to do that under Sir Alex. He wanted us to qualify early, so the next few games did not matter. So you can put the youngsters in, like you just said.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I always want to win the first couple games because it's just going to give you the confidence going into the next game with less pressure. And now, look, we got Porto away. And Porto, they're not half bad side, man. They're actually quite decent. So I just think it's going to be a tough ask, man, for United against Porto. And, they're going to be playing home. And, and after the game after that, we got Villa away. And Villa, they're not a shit team. They're actually quite decent at the moment. So, yeah.
Yeah, they got Duran. Duran's been cooking recently. I mean, Villa, Unai Emery's an underrated manager, but in fact, we've got to play Fenerbahce, We still got to play Fenerbahce. Jose Mourinho, Fenerbahce. This guy's going to be out for blood for us. So it's not an easy competition. That's the thing. That's why I didn't want to draw or lose today, because I knew if you drew or lost today, it'd be so hard to actually make sure we get on top, because we got to play some decent teams still. But it's
unacceptable to lose your home game. Not lose. It's unacceptable to draw your home games, man. Especially against a small team like that. Most of us were thinking it's going to be like 3-0 or something. I don't think anyone that you would ask would say you're going to draw this game 1-1. No one would have said that. No one.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Especially with the players.
Yeah, even in the league games at the moment, I'm looking at the stats now. They've played 6, they've won 3, drawn 2, lost 1, and they're 4th at the moment. But you know what I mean? I don't think they're actually a bit decent in the Dutch league, but they're guaranteed top 4 team, right? So, but come on, man. Compared to us, we should be a level higher. So, yeah, man. Like I said, man, we should be squashing these teams, man. It's just not good enough, in my opinion. Not good enough. But like I said, man, let's keep Erik ten Hag for another 10 years, and we see where we're at, man.
Oh my god! But even the Dutch media are not letting him relax. Ruud Gullit is literally really like, why is he still at the club? Like, why is he managing still? Gullit is not a fan of Ten Hag. I think so. If you see Dutch people be like, okay, this manager's not clearly it. Why is it our fan base have to be like, thinking he's acting like Sir Alex Ferguson is crazy to me. Like I could probably go to like Twitter, look at football tacticos and be like, oh my god, we didn't win, but we had the highest XG and the field tilt and all that. Like, oh my god, bro.
100%. They just look at, they always compare with Fergie. Oh, no one backed Fergie back then, but I'll go look, it's different eras, right? And but yeah, Fergie nearly got sacked as well. And literally, I had a debate with someone, and we're just going at it, right? I'm like, please don't compare Fergie to Eric Ten Hag, right? And they were just like debating, right? And I'm like, look, you can't compare that because look, firstly, Fergie, he didn't buy anyone from what I know, right? Most of his players were youngsters, right? And even look, when Fergie won the trophy for Aberdeen, was he or was he not pissed off?
Yeah, he said. Yeah, he said.
He was vexed. He was like, I hate
he was pissed off, right? Still, right? You got flipping, what's his name? Ten Hag winning the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, happy as anything, right? Because he's won a trophy. It just shows you the mentality, right? And I think I've sent you something today as well, where apparently Eric Ten Hag, he said,
Ronaldo on, isn't it?
Yeah, Cristiano didn't fit the was it the agenda or whatever? But
the standards.
Standards. I'm thinking, all right, Ronaldo's got a winning mentality, right? Or standards, right? You got a losing standard. That's the difference, right? Ronaldo wants to win. You just want to lose or play average football. And that's the mentality there. So I told you, man, with Ten Hag, man, it's not going to do it, man. And also, he spent now over 500 million. So you can't compare him to Fergie. Fergie, I don't even know these stats, right? How much Fergie has spent over 20 years, right? I'm guessing as well, Ten Hag is now a lot closer, you know what I mean, to Fergie. And Fergie never went on mad spending. He just sort of, groomed his players, basically. Like, you get to see, like, trust me, you saw flipping Fergie beat Arsenal 2-1 when he had two fullbacks playing, right? All the youngsters. He had John O'Shea in the midfield, right? So it just shows you it's the manager, man, as well. The manager has to do something. Yeah, manager has to do something.
I just hate the Fergie narrative. I hate when people use a Fergie narrative, like they're thinking Fergie was some washed up manager when he came to us or something. Like, it's so annoying. It's like the guy beat Madrid at Aberdeen. He beat Celtic and Rangers in the Scottish League. You might not acting like he's some scrub. Like,
he beat, I swear, he beat Real Madrid as well, man. And Real Madrid,
he's the only manager to do it in the final.
Like, and Real Madrid were top.
That's what I mean. They act like he's a scrub or something back then. Like, no. Ten Hag, cool. He won that Eredivisie, but that was it. That was literally it. Like, 100%. Van Gaal had credit in the bank. Mourinho had credit in the bank. And they didn't get back that much than Ten Hag. Like, the excuses.
Look, man, Mourinho, he done it for flipping Porto, right? I don't care what anyone says. He done it for Porto. And that's just like on a mad scale, right? Whereas Ten Hag, man, he hasn't done it for anyone big. You understand? And he's not won any of these big competitions. Like Mourinho, he's won these big competitions. He's done it. And Mourinho never got that much of a backup as well. I bet if Mourinho did, he would have done a lot better.
Go on.
You go, bro. You go, bro.
I was just going to say, right, if we rewind it back to when he first got hired, right, I can admit I thought he was a good choice, right? Because I thought what we need someone who can bring a style of play, which is what they had at Ajax, right? Bring young players through. Yeah. So I was happy with the appointment, but I think what's happened since is that we've now realized that he maybe isn't very good at man management. So he falls out with a lot of people. He has favorites and he overplays people. And like, he basically, we can never predict what bloody lineup he's going to put out. We can never predict it. And if you look at Arsenal, they're more or less playing the same 11 every single game this season and last season. And people wonder why we're not consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Thing is, you can say that, but he does start the same. Like, he does start majority of the same level. He just starts the ones that are just like underperforming or literally out of form. Like he starts Bruno Fernandes week in and week out. I get it, he's your captain, but bloody hell, if he's scoring 10 own goals or just not contributing, please just let him sit on the bench. Like, it's crazy. In other news, we've got Leicester in the Carabao Cup.
So
that would be hard, you know. That would be hard, man.
Let me check if it was away there.
Where is it, away or home?
Old Trafford.
So OT. Oh yeah, Old Trafford. Yeah. That's fine.
Man, look, I got my mates commenting on TikTok because I post a video, and he goes, "Great result. Trust the process. You'll come good. New 6-year contract for Ten Hag."
What fan is he?
He's a Liverpool scum, isn't he? But what I'm trying to say, these boys are just like, you know what I mean? They're gunning us because of Eric Ten Hag.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like everyone else sees it, but we don't.
No, we see it. It's just
Is it really gone?
It's off. Where did you go? Oh, it's the format. So confusing. I have not seen this format before. But yeah, it's just our fans, bro. It's just our fan base, man. These man just love a fairy tale story. It's crazy, bro.
No, it's not going to happen, man. You have to get what it is. You have to get results, man. Especially for a big club straight away. You need results.
Yeah, but fam, I saw a guy on Twitter just put, "Oh, I'd take that draw today." I'm like, no, you would not. Like, stop doing copium because we underperformed. Like, I'm seeing tweets like, "When United win, we're amazing. When United lose, we're terrible." Like, of course, we're going to say we're terrible if we lost. We're not going to say, "Oh my God, we made amazing. We were so gassed." Like, I don't get I just don't get the narrative, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just yeah, big up to Alex, man. I know
Alex.
big up Alex, man. Top tier Ten Hag inner fan, innit? But I'm messing with. I know Ahmed's probably fuming. Wonder if I'm Ahmed, I'm probably fuming.
Ahmed's been really quiet, man. Where's he, Alex?
I haven't heard from Ahmed, bro. He's probably watching Marseille at this point. Probably watching Marseille. I mean, Deserby's cooking up in France. I wanted to flip.
Do you see the last game?
One against Lyon.
Yeah, and they had 10 men as well, man. They smashed it.
Yeah, I can't lie. The Zerbi is looking like a good one, innit? I was a Hansi Flick one over the Zerbi more time, innit? I was actually begging for Hansi Flick, and then there were people telling me, "Oh, it's not Prem proven." The narrative is incredible.
Marseille won again, bro.
Oh, no way.
2-0. And they're 2-0, and one of the guys got red carded again, 74th minute.
Wow.
What, is this the French league or
League One, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this team needs bloody discipline or whatever, man, because they're getting 2 red cards back-to-back games.
Yeah, but it just shows you. I think I don't know, man. Sometimes it could be the manager. That's what I'm saying. Look, De Zerbi, like people were saying he's not proven this, that. But I promise you now, if he wins the league, right?
Yeah.
I will go crazy.
Yeah.
Right. I would literally go crazy. We had a chance to get this guy.
Yep.
Right. Say what you want. Like, literally.
I wanted him.
Yeah, even me. Look, Marseille last season, they were 8th. Literally.
Right. It's crazy if Marseille win the league.
And that's it. And after that, they've just been up and down as well, 3, something like that. So, but what I'm trying to say is that they've not been a top side. But look, now Greenwood's gone there as well. No stress. But I told you, man, it's the man management. The man management is always on point.
Yeah.
With United, I don't know. It's just, you could, like, what I've realized, you can buy any top class player for United. If you don't have a top manager, you're not going to get far.
Do you think if we had the money Ten Hag has and gave it to Ollie instead, do you think it would have been a different story?
Yes.
Because Ollie's talent ID, in my opinion, I think was actually pretty good. Like Haaland, Jude, like he knew what players to get essentially. The question was, he for some reason he would never buy another DM. He would never like pressure the board to buy a DM because it was always what McFred.
He did try,
but he didn't get the backing like Ten Hag has.
Yeah, he did try, man, but just what it was, isn't it? And but what it is, the only thing with Ollie, he just kept playing counter-attacking football, which is good against bigger teams, but against smaller teams, when you got to break them down, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You understand?
I,
Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say at least Ollie got us goals, bro. This manager, we're not getting anything. Ollie, I
Oh,
was watching 9-0s, 5-0s,
oh yeah,
bloody
100%,
6-2s,
100%.
goals galore. Even though I don't want Ollie back whatsoever, don't get it twisted in it. But
Yeah,
I'm just saying, at least he saw some goals in it. Like I got to 5 goals a game at one point. Here I'm getting gassed if we score 1.
yeah,
Never mind, Ollie. Van Gaal got the backing. Van Gaal was a 50-50 one because I think a lot of people did not like his football at all because it was quite, what's the word? Keep ball, innit? It was like keep ball, like pass it side to side. Like, I think I've heard players say Van Gaal, that was like the last time we had like a proper system in it.
Yeah.
Like you could
That's
tell
what
there was a
Rooney
system
said.
in Van Gaal. Rooney said it as well. He loved
Yeah,
it.
yeah. He said basically that Van Gaal was one of the best coaches he's ever had, and obviously he played under Sir Alex. So for him to say that is massive. Now I remember certain games that I watched under Van Gaal, and we just had total domination of the game. And I'll be honest with you, I prefer that. I prefer that. We're a big team. We should have control of the ball. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be struggling to play it around the bloody field. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah,
do you know what about Van Gaal? I loved the way he used to bring on younger players a lot, like Martial, Depay, Rashford. Like
Yeah.
he used to bring youth. Like no one realizes he used to bring a lot of youth players in the squad, and it didn't affect us as much. Like I don't know, Van Gaal was a weird one. I mean, I loved Van Gaal personally, but
Yeah.
I understood why he had to go at the same time. Like, but if he'd got the backing, it could have been a different story. Like this guy, people think Van Gaal was crap. Like Van Gaal wasn't a crap manager. Like just because he was at United and he got him 5th, like let's leave it, bro. The guy was at Bayern Munich, Barcelona. Like this ain't no scrub.
what it is, his style, it didn't match United, and if you played those styles in any other like side in Europe, I think it would have been a lot better. But that's my opinion. But just don't get me wrong, it was a boring style. Used to fall asleep, but he did give you some good results. Like I swear, against Liverpool, man, he had a lot good results against Liverpool. But like even today's game, I ain't gonna lie, I was actually falling asleep. Honestly,
Yep.
man, I was like this, man. I was like, oh my days, I'm actually
Yep.
falling asleep. I'm not even joking, man. And I'm literally tired. Usually, man, like if I'm watching games or whatever, I want to stay awake, man. Like this game is just like I'm just like this, man. Like I don't know what to do, man. So yeah,
See, I thought, right, what I thought from is that we're going to get an early goal, then we're going to get another one, and we're just going to keep pressing, putting our foot down on the pedal and scoring. But we didn't. We scored 1 goal. Really, like you said, Rude, it was lucky. It was lucky, wasn't it? Because it wasn't good play. It was just a very good shot.
what's that? The
The Ericsson goal.
Ericsson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Ericsson got it.
yeah, that's it. It was a good literally, like I said, they didn't create anything. It was just a good shot. Right, good shot. He connected it well, placed it nicely. Good done. You know what I mean? He got the goal, right? And the rest part of the game, we didn't do anything. Literally nothing. So that's it, man. Like I said, now we've got the next couple of games. I still think Ten Hag's going to be there till after the international, but I think December could be his final calling.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be there for the Ten Hag in his tears, bro, because these man are the ones that gave me so much verbal last year because I wanted him out. Like the scenes, if that actually happens. I already know someone's doing a celebration stream if that happens, but there's
do you
a
know what's
mad
going to
record.
happen?
Right.
Do you know what's going to happen? Is that if, for example, Ruud van Nistelrooy comes in, right? He loses next couple of games. I just give you an example. Then they're going to say, "We told you it wasn't the manager. It's just the structure of the team." I'm like, well, Eric Ten Hag, this is all his players, right? Say what you want. This is all your players. He's bought literally 15 players, right? Maybe just probably less than that, yeah. But he's definitely bought over 11 players, right? So this is his squad. But then they compare it to Arteta. Look at Arteta now. I go, look, but Arteta, the difference is he does. Believe it or not, Arsenal have always played good football, right?
Wenger days, isn't it? They've done it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's what it is. You know, their sort of culture is not left Arsenal, right? Because they always play good possession football. Have you realised that? Yeah, they have. But now with Arteta there, they're playing good possession football. That's it. But is that because of Arteta? Maybe as well. But still, he's not getting the results he wants. But I don't know, man. This year it does look good for Arteta because they did get that draw against City, which I ain't gonna lie, man. They should have won. But yeah.
That's the first time I've seen Arsenal defend and park the bus, even though I agree with the way they did it. I think with let me read this actually. I don't think they'll care if Ten Hag gets sacked because Ruud is there. These United fans love a good story. Yeah, partially. But with Ten Hag getting sacked, you already know a lot of people, I'm not naming names, are gonna be they're gonna change their narrative about United and become more ambitious, let's just say, innit? They'll start caring about wins and losses and forget about processes. I'm not naming names, but I'm just saying, innit? You can check Twitter. You can literally look on Twitter. It's literally right there. But if Ruud is the interim, that's cool because I know that if he's the interim, we're going to get another manager. My stance is with United is if you get the board, just tell at least just implement a game plan where we're supposed to follow a certain type of instructions. So when the manager comes, all he has to do is just choose the right players, make sure the system's continuing, and that's it. With Ten Hag, it's not happened. I was gassed when Ten Hag came to United. I don't know about you lot. You might have been or not. I don't know. But I can admit if I'm wrong in it. That's the thing. Some people just don't want to admit they're wrong. Like I might be wrong about Ten Hag. Cool. I can admit it because I'd rather be right or wrong about. So I'd rather be wrong about my club, just so it succeeds instead of being correct. Like if Ten Hag somehow does a miraculous and wins all the games and wins the league, Europa, cool. I'll apologize. I'll be like, cool, my bad. I was wrong. We won. Cool. The problem with this fan base is that they want to be right. They want to be right, regardless of what it means, the results and all that. If their narrative gets hurt, that's their narrative. Me, I just want the club to win. That's it. I'm not player FC. I'm not manager FC. Of course, I've got my favorites, and I'll be annoyed if my favorites get benched. But if it means the team wins, then I couldn't really care. Really couldn't care. Hence, that's why I'm like, Bruno gets subbed. That's why I'm like, Bruno should be getting subbed off. I don't care. Like people love Bruno. Cool, you love him, but he's not performing. He's got to go to the bench. It's like if you got a job and your manager's looking at you like, say you've been performing in your job for 5 years, your manager's going to look and you have a crap year, for example, your manager's not going to be like, oh, don't worry, you can do that still. I won't tell you off or nothing or not have a meeting. You're going to have a meeting, aren't you? So that why? I think people need to understand football is a job for these people and not like some freaking fairyland place where anyone can do whatever they want. Like Rashford got away with it last year, went out clubbing it before a day before a game. Still started. Like imagine you do that in your real job. Like you go to your job the next day, you're hungover completely. Is your manager going to be like, oh, you can still stay in the job? You're going to get sanctions, aren't you? Or like a telling off, for example. So I think that's the problem, man. I think we just need to sort out not just the club structure, the fans, all of it, bro. Like the mentality and everything needs to be changed. And I think that's what's happening to a certain degree. So I'm patient with the board. I'm just using patience with the manager, really. That's it. Because I feel like there's better managers around that can do something with this team.
I'll take Ruud on this story right now. I'm telling you right now. I guarantee you, if he took over tomorrow, you would see a different United. I guarantee it. And I'll tell you another thing. He wouldn't be taking Rashford and Xerxes off when we need a goal like Ten Hag did. He wouldn't do that. Look, When you need a goal, you have as many attacking players on that pitch as you can physically put on. You don't take Rashford off. You don't take Xerxes off. You just don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can even tell the players rate Ruud van Nistelrooy, man. These men are talking to Ruud, bro, half the time. Every time I see it on the when I'm watching the games or whatever, you can see Casemiro, all these players talking to Ruud van Nistelrooy. I'm like, you should be talking to Ten Hag. Like, why are you talking to Ruud? Like, what's Ruud gonna do? Like, you should be speaking to Ten Hag. So, if Ruud's the interim, bro, these players aren't gonna be like piss off Ruud van Nistelrooy. Like, that guy's a legend of the club. Like, you think the fans are gonna be like, oh yeah, you can diss him, I don't care. They're gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, this guy's won a Prem for us and all that. Like, don't act like you know what you're doing. Like, so that's my opinion, man. That's just me. I'm probably gonna head off though, because I've got an early morning and I think I might just cool down for this result. But big up for having me on and everything, man. Big up to everyone here. Sub to the channel and everyone, yeah. Big up to everyone, man. See you, man, in a bit.
You take care, man.
Take care, man.
In a bit, bro.
Peace. Would you take Ruud van Nistelrooy then?
Well, anything from Ten Hag, yes. Because what it is, like, I would say like for this guy, Ten Hag, maybe end of the season. The reason why I say end of the season is because I want to see the guy. I don't want to see the Ten Hag in this to say, oh, look, he wasn't given this chance, he wasn't given that chance. But I think let's give him halfway through the season, December. After that, probably get rid of the guy if he's not performing well. And that's it. Because look, I even say this as a coach, right? You are judged on results, right? You are judged on how players perform, right? 100%. What you do in training, how you implement it on the pitch, right? That's what you're judged on. You're judged on how the goals, defense. Doing with defense is a little bit improved, but that's only because we got more quality on the pitch, but not because of his style or how he trained the players. It's only due to the players he has bought. But everything else he hasn't basically done. He hasn't improved the players. You tell me one player that he's actually improved. Tell me one player. Right? I don't think. Yeah, literally none. Like he's not nurtured any. I think the only guy that he actually brought in was Kobe, right? But Kobe, even when he came on preseason, he looked still a lot better than any other player, right? So Kobe would have done that with any other basically team or manager.
Yeah.
But he's not made a player basically improve. Look at his own boy Anthony. He bought Anthony and he's not improved Anthony, right? That's just showing you something that, look, he's lost trust in the guy. He doesn't play the guy. And we bought him for 80 mil.
See, I'm angry with Ten Hag for that, because if we were playing amazing football, if we were winning every game, I could understand you never giving Anthony a chance. I could understand that. But we're not. So you've only got 4 wingers, and one of them you don't ever play. And I just think it's a ridiculous situation to be in. Because what are your plans with Anthony? What are you going to say now that he's done? He's done and dusted at United. Who are we supposed to send him to? How much money are we going to get for him? It's just a joke. Exactly. So for me, I would give him some minutes here and there, because you never know. He may be able to get a kind of form back. But until you actually give him a chance, you will never know.
Thing is, right, if we bought him for about 80 mil, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to get much for the guy. I think max, if we do sell the guy, he's probably going to go for 20, 30 mil. Because remember, United are not good at selling players anyways. So if we even get, I say 30, if we get 40, take it, right?
Yeah.
But I think 30, all right, cool. But anything, if we get 20 for that I'll be quite annoyed. But yeah, but personally, man, we should. But he's still he's 23 years old, man. I don't know, man. I still think there is a player in him, because he does like you look at him on the pitch. He does give it, He does give it his all, and I think give him just a couple of games. If he doesn't do it, he doesn't do it now. Simple. Remember, it's a new season, so it's like, I'll give an example. Look at Rashford, right?
Yeah.
How much chances do you want to give the guy?
Yep.
Right. The thing is, Eric Ten Hag, he didn't want to give Sancho the amount of the games. He didn't want to give Sancho the game time, but he just had that little basic grudge for no reason, right? And now he's doing the same thing with Anthony now, right? Anthony, right? Play the guy. Give him at least 2, 3, not 4 games, right?
Yeah.
See what he does.
Yeah.
Simple. So that's my opinion. I just think Anthony, man, he's like should. I think anything's better than Rashford at the moment. Even Rashford had an average game. I think first half he done okay, but he just literally played average, nothing special. But you understand, every player played average.
Yep.
Yeah, Bruno apparently played really bad. I watched most of it because I was literally falling asleep because I'm half asleep at the moment. Right, I'm at work.
Yeah,
and like if you're not entertained and I'm just like this, like yeah, cool, and I'm actually falling asleep.
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh my days, man. And Bruno, man, like he was playing really bad, like giving the ball away. And apparently, even the final free kick I saw.
yes.
Why are you trying to take a shot?
Exactly. That not only just sums up our game today, but it sums Bruno up as a player, right? You don't risk it, right? You've got to hit that ball so well for it to go in the goal, but you never score free kicks anyway. So if it were me, I'd chip it into the box or I'd lay it off to someone else and cross it. But no, he went for glory and it was crap and it just went straight at the goalie. Waste of time.
If he was going to take a shot, take a vicious shot so the ball is going to basically deflect or come out of the keeper's hands, then it's, like it is what it is. But even like was Rashford on that time? I think he was off, was he?
He'd gone by that point.
Come off, yeah. So even Rashford could have taken that if he was on. But so that's what I'm saying. My mind, I'm still like half asleep because I was falling asleep. I don't know who came on and who came off.
Yeah.
So man. Garnacho done his bit, but I mean, I told you, man, it's not gonna happen. Like if you can't beat this team in Old Trafford, how are you gonna beat teams like Tottenham? How are you gonna beat teams like Aston Villa? You're not gonna beat them.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to raise your game so much. And I just don't know if the manager can get a game like that out of him, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not 100% sure because Tottenham's going to be a tough game now because we have to win. And we're actually placed 11th, right? So it's not good. It's not good.
We're on the same points as them. You know that, yeah?
Pardon?
We're on the same points as Spurs, right? They're only 10th just for whatever reason, right? So it's a massive game because obviously whoever wins that goes above each other in the table. But Spurs will be looking at that game that we played today and they'll be like, bloody hell. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about this. We can win. We can beat Man United at home, you know?
I think they'll give us a good game, personally. I think they will. If we do beat Tottenham, I think that'll be because of Tottenham's bad form, because Tottenham not playing great. But like, I think the game that's going to test us is Porto and Aston Villa, right? But I'm telling you now, if we get a draw this game, right, the other 2 games, I don't think we'll get a big result. If we do, then lucky, but it's not going to happen. I think most of the games, I think we'll probably lose against Villa, my opinion. Even Porto, I think we're going to lose. Like, I'm being a realist. I think we'll lose that. And the only game I think we can get a draw, or even maybe a win, is Spurs.
Is it on Sunday?
Yes, I think so.
So we've got a few days. I mean, I just don't know, man. You know me. You never really heard me sort of say Ten Hag out, or you never really hear me rage. But today, I've almost given up now. I'm like at the point where I just don't see how how he's going to turn it round. Because, like you said, if you can't beat this team at home, I don't know. I don't know where we are in football anymore, mate.
Yeah, it's like the comment here, TTM. The Gaffer mentioned FC20. Gaffer mentioned knowing how Man United wants to play. We were tactically outclassed, and if it wasn't because of the differences in quality of the players, we would have lost, which is true. Because 20, the FC20, man, they're not great team, but they've got some players that basically done well, right?
Yeah.
And they actually gave it the all, man. So but individually, United's players is a lot better.
Yes.
Class players, man. So that's it. And yes, as poor as Tottenham's front three is, they certainly create more chances and press better than us. I'm worried for that match big time. And true, man. Because United, I don't know, man. United's front three, then you wouldn't look at the United and be like, wow, right? Back in the days, I'm like, all right, cool, man. We've got a team there, right? When I'm saying couple of years, I'm talking couple of years like when I used to see what's his name, Rashford, Martial, and who used to play on the right,
Greenwood,
and Greenwood. There you go.
Yeah.
Them three, man, they're rapid, right, together. And remember, Martial and Rashford, they're always linked up well. Linked up well, right?
Yeah.
Greenwood as well, man. He's got pace, right? Got both feet, right? And that's it. Like, you look at this team here, man. Like, I know Ahmad's there, Garnacho, Zersky, Hoyland. It's still not got that X factor.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not going to make me go, wow, right? I'm excited, right? Like, honestly, man, just looking at United now, I'm just not happy, man. Just like, most people are happy like watching United. Like, they want to be entertained. I'm not entertained, man.
No,
literally, I'm not entertained, man. Like obviously, I watch Ronaldo's game every time Ronaldo plays, but some of his games, I'm literally entertained, and that's the only thing that keeps me entertained, right? But whereas, if you watch teams like Real Madrid, even now Barcelona's, right? They've got players, man. They've actually got players, right? They've got people that will do magic. United don't have that players. We don't. Say what you want. What player that has got magic? No one.
The way I see it, right, and I said this recently, I still think we've got a very good squad, right? I think if you look on paper and you go through all the players that we've got a squad that is capable of doing very well. So then you've got to ask yourself, why aren't they doing very well? Is it because they're being coached crap? Is it because they're being told to be too I don't even know. One thing I'll say is I don't think that we attack with enough players in the box. Yeah, we need to totally dominate that box and make it so that if one shot doesn't go in, there's someone there ready to tap it in. I don't think we've got an out-and-out striker who is doing these tap-ins like Ruud van Nistelrooy did. That's what we need. A fox in the box, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I said it, man. I just don't see much for United at the moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, Ahmad and Zersky are the only players I trust technically, and I can accept them to carry this team in terms of GA. That's not who they are. True, but they are technically gifted players, right? Like Zersky as well. Like, he's really quick at his feet, like passing wise. He's got that IQ, and he can do a through ball good as well. But Ahmad's all right on his day as well. But at the moment, I've not seen anything special, man. Like, I haven't seen any player at the moment at United to say, wow, right? The only guy I think that's had a solid start is the fullback, Mazraoui, and obviously De Ligt. Obviously, I'm a big fan of De Ligt, so yeah. But remember, it's not about the defense; it's the attack. We don't have players that can score, right? That's it. We don't have players that can score. comment again. I think we need to become high chance creating team despite the chances we created against Palace. Clearly, we needed a lot more. 100%, man. But thing is, you create the chances, but you need a striker or need someone that's clinical to finish it, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That look at Haaland, right? He's at City. He gets, let's say, he probably get 10 chances. He's probably going to finish 9,
Yeah.
right? 100%. If we create 10 chances, we're probably going to finish 1.
And this is why I'm saying that Højlund had to start today, because he is the only, it's as sad as it is, right? He is the only out-and-out striker that we have. Zirk is not a centre forward. Rashford can play as a centre forward, but you wouldn't naturally say he is a centre forward. So we need to see whether or not Højlund can be the one who finishes off these chances. But he didn't get the opportunity to do that because our manager is too bloody stubborn. He's too stubborn, man. I've had enough of it now. You know what I mean? I don't care if Bruno is the captain or not. If he's not playing well, take him off. Anyone who's not playing well, take him off. And stop leaving people on the bench who never get any minutes, right? Casemiro has not got any minutes for the last 2 games. Anthony has not got any minutes for the last 2 games, right? And previous to Eriksen playing in these last few games, he wasn't getting any time either. But now he took a chance on Eriksen, and Eriksen's paying him back with goals and assists. So give these people a chance.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. I think you play them certain games, right? It's like with Rashford, right? Look, he scored 2 goals against Barnsley, right? But guess what? Like, you know what I mean? These pundits, and they'd be like, oh, he's just hitting form right now. Why is he benching him? This, that. I'm like, look, he scored against flipping Barnsley, man. It's not a top side, right? Like, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Like, these players, man, nothing's gonna happen yet. I just think it's the manager, bro. It's the manager.
It has to be.
It has to. It's the manager, man. It's not nothing else, man.
And that's what I'm saying to you. If Ruud van Nistelrooy comes in, I guarantee you, I can feel it in my bones that the players all of a sudden are going to fall in love with football again. I think that they don't even enjoy playing football right now, and that's sad, man. That is sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I just don't know, man. I'm just like tired of it at the moment, man. Just like, you know what? Can't bother now. Just like, you know, but it's good, man. Like, you can discuss it, but this guy's just been giving us headache and stress for the past now. It's coming up 3rd year now. So yeah, I think the first season was actually okay. He done his bit. But you got to understand, first season wasn't all players, right? And when he got to 2nd and 3rd year, this is technically your squad now, right? And the thing is, it's gone worse, right? Look at the first season he came in, right? What position did we get the first season? We got to, I said we got top 3, isn't it, or 4?
I think we're in the top 4, yeah, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
TPM, do you know, mate?
Yeah. So literally, and you got to understand, when he came in, it wasn't his squad, right? You got to understand that it wasn't his squad, right?
Yeah.
Second season, you could say it's majority of Erik ten Hag's squad. And what position did we hit on the second season? Yeah, 3rd in Carabao Cup. See right there, yeah. And remember, that wasn't Erik ten Hag's full squad, right? And he only brought Martinez and what's his name, Anthony.
Yeah.
And obviously Casemiro as well, but they said that wasn't his signing. But yeah, but he was our best player, and we had Varane at the time as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But second season, right, we were 8th and we won the FA Cup. So we're going backwards in the league, but we just won a trophy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but what I'm trying to say is it's his squad, right? And we're going backwards. You understand? So now this season, we've already lost 2 games, right, in the league, right? And the games that we have won, we just won, right? Because we played first game against Fulham, we just won. And Southampton, I know we won 3-0, but if Southampton scored that penalty, we could have easily lost that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my opinion, man. But yeah, apart from that, man, I just think, and look, today we drew a game and at Old Trafford as well. So yeah, man, I don't really care what anyone says, man.
It's because, like I said to you, right, when we score a goal, it's not good enough to just sort of play football. You need to score the second goal. You need to score the third goal. That's what Man City do, right? That's what Liverpool do. They're not going to just like make it so there's a possibility that you can draw the game. No, you finish the game off. You're ruthless. And we're not ruthless. We're only ruthless against the small teams. And this is a small team, so we should have been ruthless with them as well. We should be out of sight by the first half, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't.
No, 100%, man. I totally agree with you.
But do you still think we beat Spurs then?
Honest reaction, I think the way we're playing, but also I haven't seen much of Tottenham. I think we'd probably get a draw.
That's what I was going to say. I think it's maybe a 2-2 or a 1-1.
Yeah, I think if we do win, it'd be lucky.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, it's just going to be mad. It's going to be like, I'm not going to be happy with a draw. A win, cool. But what it is, I'm only watching the game just for the sake of it because I'm a Man United fan.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy because what it is, I'm not happy with the manager. That's it. If you're happy with the manager, you want them to do well. But obviously, it's your team. You want them to play well. But as a manager, man, I'm not gonna really, you know what I mean? It's just frustrating, man, because I wanted the guy out from day one, man.
You know,
someone said we've won 6 out of our last 19 league games. Is that true? That's bad, man, isn't it? That's bad, man. That's terrible.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And the games that we have won, we've just about won.
Mm.
You gotta understand that we just about won these games. So yeah, man, it's just not good enough, in my opinion.
You know, you were talking about Martial earlier. I think we should have just kept him on. I think we should have kept him on because how can you have a club like Man United that is built on attacking and have hardly any strikers? It's not acceptable, man.
Yeah,
and
the thing is,
go on.
the thing is, if he was on about 120, 150 grand, or even 100, they probably would have kept him, right? Because he was on he was on actually silly money. He was on about 250 grand. Right, he was on £250,000 a week, right? And therefore, you know what? Let's just get rid of the guy, and that's it. But I thought if he was on about 100,000 or even 80,000, they would have thought, you know what? We'll have him as a backup. That's it. So that's my opinion. But now me, I do like Martial. I think he is a good player, but he just kept on getting injured, man, and it's frustrating, man, because there is a player in him, but the injuries have ruined the guy. That's it.
But we can say the same for Luke Shaw. Do you know what I mean? Luke Shaw's had probably more injuries than him, mate.
100%. And look, they kept Luke Shaw. That's what I'm trying to say. They kept him for what reason? Get rid of him, right? He's missed more games than Martial.
Yeah.
Right. Look, he's how many games has he missed now? He's missed the start of the season as well. So you're looking at how many games now? How many games we played? We played 5 in the league. Is it 5?
Yeah, and then cup, and then another cup, so that's 7.
7 games. Yeah. Another 7 games he's missed. What does that say?
And we can't afford to do it because we've already got Malacia, who's had a lot of injury problems. So that's 2 left backs with exactly the same.
Malacia, man, I don't know, man. I don't know where he's been, man. Someone said he got kidnapped or something, but I don't know, man. You know, he was missing last year, man. I don't know where he was because apparently even his social media, he was not active. Like, you know, some people keep active on social media. Oh, I'm training, doing this, recovery. None of it from him. Nothing.
Mm.
Literally, man. I was just like, damn, I don't know what's happened to that guy, but yeah. But even Luke Shaw, if when he does come back, they shouldn't rush him back. Play him
Mm.
like 20 minutes, 10
Yeah.
minutes, 15 minutes, and that's it.
Mm.
After that, it's up to them what they want to do. But I still said that we needed a decent left back, and that's it. But yeah, it's but I don't mind. It's not even the, you know what it is. It's not even the defense much now, man. We just can't score.
Yeah, agreed.
That's it.
Agreed.
We can't score.
Yeah.
We can't score. That's it. We can't
Mm.
score. But guess what? The guy that did score, he was a problem at the club, right?
Mm.
So yeah, man. Nothing else I can say about that, man. But
Mm.
yeah, but yeah, bro, Ali, I need to shoot because my
Yeah.
colleague is outside, man. So yeah, I'm still at work. So yeah,
Yeah, no worries,
um,
man. I appreciate you coming on as always, bro.
that's cool, guys. Yeah, guys, do subscribe to mine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's rude_786. The channel's growing quite quick, so it's quite cool, man. So I've only been doing it for 8 weeks, so I'm doing all
Mm.
right. I'm over 300 now, which is mind blowing.
Mm.
So yeah, someone that's a newbie like me, man, that's quite shocking.
No, it's good,
but
mate. It's good.
yeah, bro, catch you soon, and I don't know, just message on Twitter, so we keep up to date on that. But yeah,
Yeah, we'll do, bro.
well, guys, take care, man.
You have a good one, man. I'll speak to you soon, bro. Peace.
Cheers, man. No, mate.
Peace. Ten Hag rejected Ivan Toney because he did not believe Toney fit the specific tactical demands he was seeking in a forward at Old Trafford. That's a complicated way of saying I don't want someone who's in score goals. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. I was telling these guys, for people who don't know, I was telling these guys that at the end, towards the end of the game, I saw Ten Hag on the sideline. He was motionless. He wasn't angry. He wasn't upset. He was barely moving. He looked like a broken man. He looked like he got nothing to offer. And behind him, you got Van Nistelrooy, much more animated, walking up and down. I saw Ruud Van Nistelrooy talk to someone behind him. He was talking to Casemiro. Casemiro, who didn't play 1 minute of the game tonight. Casemiro, who didn't play 1 minute of the game previous to this. And what have both games got in common? We drew both of them. So we drew against Palace and we drew against Twente. And Casemiro didn't play any of the games, not even 1 minute of those games. So when he does play, he's a scapegoat. But when he doesn't play, we can't win games. Do you know why? Because you need as many people on the pitch who have experience of winning important games, of winning trophies, of winning finals, of winning leagues, of winning Champions Leagues. And we don't have that experience. Our captain has barely won anything in his entire career. A Carabao Cup and an FA Cup. If you lined up Bruno's trophies and put them next to Casemiro, it would be a joke. But Casemiro doesn't deserve any minutes for the last 2 games. Make that make sense. And Ruud was saying, understandably, maybe he's been rested for the Spurs game. And okay, maybe he is. But if he doesn't play any minutes against Spurs, then I'll be livid. I will be livid because how can you have someone with such experience not even having any minutes off the bench? It's just a disgrace, man. Ugarte, where are we? Ugarte is god awful. He cannot be on the pitch for us. Ugarte is good at limited things. He's good at breaking down possession, interceptions, tackling. What he's not good at is passing. So he needs to be in a double pivot with someone who's slightly better at passing, and that person is Casemiro. And I've been saying for months before we even got Ugarte, because obviously we knew we were going to get him, Ugarte and Casemiro should play together. And they did. And we looked really good. And then to accommodate Bruno, Ten Hag destroyed that double pivot. He destroyed it just so he could accommodate Bruno. It's just the favoritism he has for our captain is going to get him sacked. It's simple as that. He's going to get him sacked. Yeah, I like Sanderberg as well, but he went to Fulham. Now, I don't know if the rumours about us getting Sanderberg were just BS to make it so that it was easier to get Ugarte. But listen, right? Ugarte, Casemiro, Eriksen is a perfectly balanced midfield, right? And people were saying to me weeks ago, Eriksen can't play 2 games in a row. Bro, Eriksen's played 4 games in a row. He's played 4 games in a row. So if he can do it, so can Ugarte and Casemiro. But no, the manager decides that he knows best and he must accommodate Bruno, regardless of how crap he's been all season. And he's been crap all season. And your captain should be the most consistent player, and he's not. Frankly speaking, Bruno is an antichrist of football. Yes, he is. And his free kick at the end of the game is symbolic of what he's like as a player. He makes stupid decisions. And to take a free kick like that in the dying seconds of the game that you need to win is that's just him. That's typical Bruno. And even that shot that he had, that yes, I admit it was very close. He didn't need to hit it that hard. He hit it so hard that it went wide. If you didn't hit it that hard, it's more likely it's going to go in. So even that was bad judgment. It's just, I've been moaning about Bruno for about a year now, and I don't know what to say anymore because it doesn't matter how bad he is. He's the first name on the team sheet. Never ever gets subbed off. That time he got subbed off against Fulham this season is the first time I've seen him get subbed off in probably over 2 years. And that's not acceptable for Man United. Any player should be droppable. Any player should be droppable. But what can you do? It's like basically Ten Hag's been told, for PR purposes, it's best if you do not drop Rashford and Bruno, because Bruno's a captain and Rashford is the face of Man United. So if you drop them, it creates negative PR around the club. So where you can, you play them every game. Now, I think Bruno's more of a problem than Rashford, right? At least Rashford was scoring goals recently, but then he got taken out of the team. Bruno's not setting goals up, and he's not scoring them. The only assist that he's got is versus Barnsley. He came on at the end of the game where obviously they're really tired and they're going to concede even more goals. And people were saying, "Oh well, he got 2 assists." Yeah, he did against a poor team at the end of the game where they were knackered and tired. But why does he trust him? I don't understand why he trusts him. He's been crap all season, man. I don't know. Wouldn't you just take, if you woke up tomorrow and you saw that they'd sacked Ten Hag and Ruud van Nistelrooy was a new manager, you wouldn't be upset with that? I know if Ruud van Nistelrooy is a manager, he's going to get more out of these players. He's got more charisma, he's got more personality, more aura than Ten Hag. The players will respect him more because he was a world-class elite striker. They're not going to respect Ten Hag in terms of who he was as a player because he was an average player, right? They may respect him for what he did at Ajax, but at the end of the day, Ajax is Ajax and Man United is Man United. It's night and day. Yeah, well, like I said, when I saw Ten Hag, he looks like he's a broken man. He looks like he doesn't know what to do anymore. And I've seen that face on many managers throughout my lifetime. And usually it means because they know that they're going to get sacked soon. I've even seen Mourinho like it when he was at United. When he knew that his days were numbered, he was the same. He had that sort of broken, I can't do anything face. And when Ruud van Nistelrooy was talking to Casemiro on the bench, God knows what he was saying. He's probably saying, why hasn't he put me on? I could help the team. I've won X amount of trophies. I could help the team get over the line. But it doesn't even give him any minutes. It's just a disgrace, mate. Yeah, but do you think Inzaghi has any interest in coming to the Premier League? Like I was saying to these guys, I would have taken De Zerbi. I wanted De Zerbi, and I made that very apparent that I wanted him. If you listen to all the players who have played under De Zerbi, they all say that he's an amazing manager. He is so intense, and some of them say he's the best manager they've ever worked with. I don't know if we have lost the opportunity to get De Zerbi now forever. I don't know. Maybe in the future he can come back. I'm sure that he would like to be the manager of United. Maybe when he's made his name in France and won some trophies or whatever, it might be enough to make Ineos say, yeah, let's go for him. I don't know what to say anymore, man. I've sort of run out of words. I was looking forward to this game. I thought we were going to win about 5-0, and we drew 1-1, so that shows you what I know. But I said 5-0 because I expected Bruno to be out of the team. I expected it to be Casemiro, Eriksen, Ugarte. Double pivot, solid, which means that all the strikers can concentrate on attacking. Eriksen can concentrate on creating. But no. He went again with one single pivot in Ugarte and then two players who are literally attacking midfielders in Bruno and bloody Eriksen. Just like when he plays Bruno and bloody Mount, they're both the same kind of player. I don't know. He seems to think like we're prime Barcelona or something, and we're not. We're not. But the thing is about three at the back, yeah, I understand what you're saying, right? And I would, even when I play like Pro Evo, yeah, I try out that formation of three at the back and I like it. But if you get one injury to your centre back, it's hard. It's hardcore because you need three centre backs. Anyway, I've got nothing else to say. I'm gonna crawl some channels and see what other people are saying, but I'm not raging. I'm just disappointed, and I don't know what else to say, man. I don't see how this manager can turn it around. So we'll see. Got a massive game against Spurs at home. If we don't perform in that, then the pressure is going to be massive. So take each day as it comes, each game as it comes. That's all you can do, man. All right, TTM, you take care of yourself, bro. I'm going to go and see and go and listen to all the other people raging and ranting. I mean, I just can't do it now. I don't have the energy for it. It's not good for your mental health either to be shouting and screaming. I'd rather just sort of analyze it like we are right now. That's how I prefer to do it. But yeah, Big up yourself, TTM, and yeah, I'll probably see you in the other channels in a minute. Yeah, peace, bro. You take care, man. Peace.